I've spent thousands of dollars trying to find the ultimate way for someone to start flying FPV simulators in 2025. Trying every simulator under the sun like liftoff, uncrash, trip, FPV skydive, DRL, DCL, Velocidrone, and the best one to start with after all that testing is on your phone. Let's get into it. I know this is a bit of a controversial take, but my recommendation for a simulator for an absolute beginner is Velocidrone Mobile. Now, what I mean by that is somebody who doesn't have a controller and knows next to nothing about FPV, but just wants to learn. If you don't know, Velocidrone is one of the best FPV simulators out there, used by thousands around the world, known for its amazing physics, realistic drones, realistic maps, and overall realism. When I saw they came out with a mobile simulator, I was super excited because we're taking all the good parts of Velocidrone and putting them on the phone, but I would argue that flying on the touchscreen of your phone, although it's great for learning, is not a good long-term plan. You're immediately gonna want more, get a controller, and want to go fly a simulator, and it probably wasn't worth it. But with Velocidrone now allowing you to connect your FPV controller of choice via Express LRS, now you can learn the basics on your phone using the touchscreen. Get a controller. This one right here is like 65 bucks and something you can use on real FPV drones and in the simulator, and then continue to get better learning the basics with a real physical controller before you move on to maybe getting a simulator on your desktop computer or laptop and eventually going out there to fly a real FPV drone. The rest of the video is going to be showing you how to use a Velocidrone Mobile, how to connect a real life controller using Express LRS, and just showing you some of my favorite maps along the way. Let's get into it. The most important thing is you need a controller with Express LRS built in, and when you bought it, it should say something like ELRS or Express LRS compatible in it, and you're going to need your Express LRS to be updated to 3.4 or higher. I'd never really updated my controller's Express LRS before, and I did it just a second ago. Now I'm gonna walk you through it. It's super simple. All you have to know is what controller you have or what module you have and the Express LRS configurator, and the rest will be taken care of by the configurator itself. On the Express LRS configurator, I just go to configurator, releases, I want 3.4. I'm sure you could do something newer, but I'm just doing 3.4 because I know it works. Then target, I'm going to go to Radio Master 2.4 because this is a Radio Master Pocket. Radio Master, and this is a 2.4 gigahertz system. Then I'm gonna type in Pocket, Radio Master Pocket Internal 2.4. Then I'm going to go with Wi-Fi, scroll down, flashing, I'm gonna go to Wi-Fi 10.0.0.1, and then now I'm going to click Build. All right, so now I have my firmware bin that I added. I'm just gonna name this Pocket March 6. Enter that, and now that is the firmware file that I will then put on my Pocket once we get to that stage. I'm now going to turn on my radio and connect it to the internet. The way you would do that is click System, Express LRS, and then go to Wi-Fi connectivity, and then enable Wi-Fi. Now Wi-Fi is running. Once you're connected to the Express LRS configurator, you will see that I am indeed on 3.3.1, which is the old Express, which is too old to work for this version of Velocidrone and Express LRS. I will go to Update, grab this bin file, drop it on here, click Update, and then we just let it go. Now this is only updating the Express LRS module in your radio and not the Edge TX version of your radio. If that doesn't make any sense, don't worry about it. This is what you need to do to make it work on Velocidrone. Update succeeded. All right, so I'm gonna power cycle my remote, power it back on, and now time to go look. And sure enough, it says Express LRS 3.4. So now we can do that process again and connect it to our Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connectivity, enable Wi-Fi, Express LRS TX. And then we're gonna do 1.1. You'll see that we're now on Express LRS version 3.4.0. Wi-Fi, set home network, and now all you need to know, network name and password. So ours is 533 Starlink, and the password is the same. Click confirm and click OK. And now, basically, when you turn on your controller in your house, it connects to the Wi-Fi. As long as your phone is connected to the Wi-Fi, they can then talk and be used for Velocidrone Mobile in theory. Now booting up Velocidrone Mobile. we're gonna see if it works. Turning this guy on. Go to options, input, and you'll see right now that it's showing only on-screen virtual joystick. What I'm gonna do is go to System, Express LRS, then click Wi-Fi connectivity, but not do anything with my computer. Enable Wi-Fi, and it should talk to the internet, which my phone should talk to, and what do you know? It pops up and is working. Once it works for the first time, it is so cool. All you do now, you click on Start Race, and then you just click the button you want to assign it to, and it shows it up there. Then there's also camera angle, so I think mine is connected to this switch. Basically, all you do is click on the thing that you want to add, and then it'll say waiting for detection, and you'll flip a switch or press a button, and that will now be assigned to your game. The way to make sure your controller stays connected is by just not exiting out of the Wi-Fi running screen. This will mean that it's always connected to the internet, then they'll stay talking and you will be flying for a while. Now it's time to hop into the game and actually fly. Now that we're in game, the two things that I'm gonna check in my options are that my target FPS is set as high as possible. On iOS, it should be uncapped, but I talked to the owner of Velocidrone and he said sometimes it may have problems going over 60 FPS. I have the newest iPhone, it has no problems holding 60 FPS, but going over that, it doesn't seem to enjoy it. One other small tidbit, if this is not working, is you need to make sure Wi-Fi joystick is enabled in the game settings. Obviously, this allows your phone to talk to the Wi-Fi and bring it in as a joystick, so make sure that is checked. I'm not gonna change anything here other than just turning off the trails. I'll then go back. And to start off, if you are starting off in Velocidrone Mobile, I recommend you start off with the Crazy Bee drone. I literally own 533 and I'm telling you to run the Crazy Bee. This is the 533 switchback, which is very cool and you should definitely try it out. But to start off, you should start with the Crazy Bee because it's a tiny whoop and everything is just going to happen slower, which makes it more enjoyable to start out with. We're gonna go to start. The track that I really like and think is awesome to start out with, especially with whoops, is in the Apocalypse scene, and it's called the Lazy Day Whoop Trio track. So you click fly, and then to start the race, you just click at the little flag there at the bottom, or using the switch that you set up, and you are off to the races. I'm in angle mode right now, and if you don't know what that means, basically it's just auto leveling itself. The way to change your modes is in the top right. All you do is click. I'm gonna go to rate mode. And now I'm backed, and now I'm flying in acro, which is what you'd be flying in as if this was a normal FPV drone. There's nothing really special about it other than that. If you are a beginner, I will put up a couple beginner track recommendations here. Pylons is a great one, and there's a few others that I'll list now. At that point, it really is up to your own creativity. Go out there and learn to fly. You can fly against others using the leaderboard feature. You can submit times, compete against your friends, and none of this is out of the ordinary for a simulator or even a simulator on mobile, but it's actually really good. I was very impressed by how good it was, how usable it was, especially on the tiny whoop setting, and I think it lowers the barrier of entry to thousands, if not millions of people around the world. If you want to fly FPV today with no controller, no hardware, no nothing, go get Velocidrone Mobile for $8, use the on-screen displays, and just try it out and learn the basics of how to fly FPV. If this truly is your first flight and you are using the controller on the screen, I'll give you a quick breakdown. Throttle is the stick on the left that makes the drone go up and down. The stick on the left makes it look left and right, so look left, look right. The stick on the right makes you lean forward and lean back, and the stick on the right going right to left makes you slide right, slide left. A good way to start is by just putting the throttle in the middle. That usually will make the drone either stay in the middle or go up a little bit. If you're in angle mode, just push forward lightly on that right stick, so now you're moving forward, and then to turn, just steer left or right with that left stick. Once you get a little bit more advanced, try and mix the turn. Try and make a coordinated turn by holding forward on the right stick and then sliding your left and right sticks together to the left or together to the right, and this will make a coordinated turn. I definitely plan on making more beginner content in the future about how to have a successful first FPV flight, but FPV is more accessible than ever with Velocidrone Mobile. It's better than ever. If you are wanting to get into FPV, just know there is no better time. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I have zero affiliation with Velocidrone. I was just super impressed with the product. Thought I should share it because it makes FPV more accessible to everyone. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Can't wait to see a lot of your all's first flights, and maybe one day you could be flying a 533 drone and racing against me out of the track one day. If you are interested in getting a controller, we do carry these on the site, and you can follow the step-by-step guide to set it up just like me. And if you ever need anything, never hesitate to reach out to the 533 support. We're happy to help you get into FPV. It's our goal, and we enjoy doing it. I'll see you guys around.